Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Um, we had some technical issues backstage or behind the scenes, shall we say, and I'm trying to work those things out. I did not save my current work, and we ended up losing everything. So just bear with me as we do some things, and we go ahead and get started and talk the latest in tech news. My name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy, and we're here to simplify the tech in a language that you can understand. And hopefully, you guys will enjoy what we have going on today. Bear with me. Like I said, we literally lost everything right before right at 7:58. I was testing something, and it did not fire off the way we wanted to fire off. So we're gonna make the best of it. Bear with us. I see that there's some people in the room. Hey guys from Hit the Spot 1006. Lisa Marie Huggins says Merry Christmas. Let me see if I can find some of those comments right there. And today we also have a guest. We have a gentleman here from ParkEnt Cycles. He is here to talk about his um, bike locking solution. All right, so you guys can ask whatever questions that you like to ask him, and just be real with him, and let him know how you feel, and let him know what you think of it, and we go from there. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and bring him in, my man Thad Oviatt. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Just a little tired, been busy.
Busy. Okay, well, you got Christmas in 3 days. And then after Christmas, you will be going to Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show. Is that correct?
That is correct. We got invited to be part of their e-mobility experience.
Okay. So for the ones that are not familiar with e-mobility, can you explain what e-mobility is?
Yeah, it's been the new rise in electric mobility. So you're talking about electric bikes, electric scooters, electric cars, electric trucks, soon drone flying planes. It's anything involving electricity now to drive motor vehicles around to get around town and everything.
Okay. All right. So you and we'll talk about this later on. You will be doing bikes. Is that correct? So with your bikes, and we'll discuss this a little bit more. Is it e-bikes like electric bikes, or is it like regular bikes, or is it a combination of both? Like, how does that all work?
Well, we're doing electric bike charging is our main thing. So we got charging stations for all the electric bikes that are using the battery, those new battery power things to get around. We're coming out with the charging stations so that you can actually get powered up in public and be able to get to where you need to go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I like it. Well, let's see. Quick question. This week in tech, do you have anything that I know it's the holidays? Is there anything in tech that really has shocked you or made you just say, you know what, I got to get something like that?
Yeah, I've been watching all these TikTok videos, and they're these like drones that can automatically pilot to circle you and stuff with auto leveling and everything. It's really been TikTok just in general lately has been coming out with some really cool tech.
Okay. All right. Our stash stock party for the evening, and I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, everything just got lost because it was not saved. So I'm trying to put it all in the system right now as we speak. So that's why I'm kind of going on and rambling just a little bit. But we're going to get right into these tech articles. But for the ones who do not know, our stash stock party, for the ones that are not familiar, stash stock is your opportunity to own a piece of incremental stock. If you're not into investing or you don't know how any of that works, Stash Stock Party or Stash Stock has a party that they do every Wednesday and one day out of the on the weekend, and you can own a piece of stock. And tonight's product offerings, if I'm correct, let me see if I can get it on the screen, is Affirm. So this is Affirm is that buy now, pay later. So remember we discussed earlier on in the year where Walmart was going to stop doing layaway services, and you could what's the correct wording? You can buy now, and then they do four easy payments. Well, now if you choose to purchase this stock tonight, not purchase, but you sign up for the stash stock and get the party, you get a small incremental stock of stash. I mean, of a firm, and it's all courtesy of stash. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys will jump on that. You have 1 hour. The stash stock party starts at 8 o'clock, and you have till 9 p.m. to go ahead and get your stock. All right, and that's how we're gonna go ahead and go from there. I'm trying to get some of these comments to come up on the screen, and it's not going the way I thought it was going to go. So I'm trying to just bear with me. Let's see, is that it? There we go. I think I got it now. So let's see, what do we have here? If I'm right, hit the spot says, hey guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I got it up. Man, this is not the way I thought it was going to go today. Oh, all right, here we go. There we go. All right, so we're here to talk tech news. And like I said, I want to break it down and simplify it in a way or in a language that you understand. Um, did I lose? Did I lose everybody? Is something? Did something happen? I'm not sure. I'm looking at the screen and it looks like we may have lost service. I'm not sure. Did we? Are we still here? I think we're still here. Put in the comments. Are we still here? Because it looks like I may have lost service. I'm not sure if I did or not. Let me know. But we're here. If I'm still here, I'm recording the show. So if you miss anything, I'll make sure that you can catch the replay or the full show. With that being said, shout out to Sammy. I got the streaming superstar shirt. Sammy is a good friend of the show. He has his own product line that he has out, and I said for Christmas I was going to support one of the content creators, and so I have now purchased my streaming superstar shirt. So now I can rock it respectively in. I can rock it respectively in on these streams. All right. Yeah. Okay. It says we're still here. All right. All right. So let's jump right into this if you don't mind that. Are you
Oh, most definitely.
are you on TikTok at all?
I am not, but my co-founder is, and he's loving it.
So he loves TikTok.
Oh yeah, he often gets a chuckle out of all the different TikTok things going on. He follows certain personalities and the food. He's a big foodie, so he loves looking at all the different food stuff that's going on.
Okay.
Especially, yeah, he just loves all the food stuff and all the food stuff going wrong.
All right, well, check this out. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I just have not been able to grasp that concept just yet. Short form video, under 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But TikTok, um, they're known for their short videos. But TikTok is also trying. I don't think they're trying to be a restaurant, but they're trying to take care of people who are creatives, that are foodies and like to create meals. And basically, the social network is partnering with virtual dining concepts to turn meals from popular TikTok videos into actual dishes that users can order. TikTok Kitchen will launch in about 300 U.S. locations in 2022, and the company already has plans to serve more than 1,000 locations by the end of the year. Customers will be able to order dishes that have gone viral on TikTok, such as the baked feta pasta, a smash burger, corn ribs, and pasta chips. So, if you like, are there any foodies in the room? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Would you
Oh,
actually consider ordering? Like, w- go ahead.
fun fact about the baked feta: it bankrupted the entire nation of Finland of feta cheese. You could not find any feta cheese in Finland because of the baked feta.
Okay. All right. So now let me ask you this: would you order? Like, I mean, if you see like a food that's on Instagram, I mean, excuse me, on TikTok, is this something that you could see yourself doing?
Depends on the food. I just saw recently a pie crust with hamburger helper in it that I wasn't too keen on, but some stuff, yeah, why not? I use my own culinary background as a gauge, as to what it might taste like. But sure, why not? Give it a try once. It hasn't killed anybody yet.
Now, I don't know how they would actually do this, if that makes any sense, because we're looking at it's unknown whether these dishes will be permanent on the TikTok kitchen menu or if they will be available for a limited time. The report mentions that the creators will receive credit for these dishes, which will be featured prominently through the partnership. And proceeds from TikTok kitchen sales will go both to support the creators who inspired the menu and also to encourage and assist other creators to express themselves on the platform in keeping with TikTok's mission to inspire creativity and bring joy to its users. So, I mean, I think that this is a great opportunity, right? Like, if you like to cook
Oh
and
yeah.
you post, you can actually make money off of this.
I know my what is it? My sister has a huge Instagram following for all the food she cooks, and she's a hell of a cook. But yeah, on TikTok, sure. I mean, it's probably going to be a rotating menu. Maybe there's going to be one or two or three that are going to stay on the menu, but I'm pretty sure they're going to like rotate them off because there's so many creators doing food on TikTok right now.
Okay. Now, let me ask the ones that are watching in the comments right now, would you, one, would you buy any foods on TikTok? I mean, you got to think this is like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Would you purchase something like this? And then number two, would you even consider creating videos to potentially see if these videos would go viral? So I would love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think, and post your comments in the description. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, please come over to YouTube and check us out at the Lab Tech Show. Okay, I need you over at the Lab Tech Show so we can share your comments live on YouTube. Yeah, I would love to know your comments on whether or not, one, would you order? Two, would you even consider creating any foods? And if so, what would be your specialty dish? How about that? TikTok notes that the idea um, of TikTok Kitchen is more about offering foods that have gone viral on the web to fans rather than an attempt by TikTok to become an actual restaurant. So I don't think TikTok wants to be. I don't think TikTok wants to be a restaurant, but I think that this is a great way for them to be, for them to go viral. Um, your thoughts on that?
I mean, I got one I would put on there called an herb encrusted pork chop.
Okay, so you want to share that recipe real quick, real brief.
Sure, figured it out in college. Is that you marinate a pork chop in olive oil with a ton of herbs in it. So when you come out, the pork chop is completely covered in these herbs, and then you put it on like a hibachi grill or some kind of grills, and let the olive oil drip down onto the coals and catch fire because it's got a low burn point to it. Well, the fire comes up and it completely engulfs the pork chop in flames. But what it also does is it encrusts all those herbs right onto the pork chop.
Mm,
So when you're done, you can just cut through a nice crusty layer of herbs and get that nice pork chop taste on the inside.
okay. How long does it take for you to make it?
It depends on the thickness of the pork chop, but it can be pretty fast. Maybe a couple minutes if it's a thin pork chop, or it might take a little longer if it's a thicker one.
Okay. Um, and you call it what? What is it called again?
Herb encrusted pork chops.
Urban crusted pork chops. Okay. All right. Let's see. One of the other comments come on and says, "No." Oh wow. So a lot of people don't know that Hit the Spot 1006 is a cook, and this is what she does. I don't know. I'm surprised she has not responded, but Mama D says no to both unless it's Hit the Spot 1006. So she actually cooks some great dishes, and maybe she'll get on TikTok sooner than later, and you never know. Maybe one of her videos will go viral, and maybe she could, that could be an extra stream of income.
Oh yeah.
So I think what it boils down to is I think that these social platforms, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I would love for you guys to give me your thoughts in the comments. Um, I think that they're just finding ways to still engage with consumers, right? It's not just okay, you're buying. I mean, you're creating these videos, but now there's a way for you to actually make money. So I think this is just their way of just saying, hey, you know what? How do I keep you on the platform a little bit longer?
I mean, it's still Wild West for all this stuff, so no one really knows how it's going to pan out.
What do you mean by
Get
that?
it? Pan cooking.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you got all these stuff coming on, and you got TikTok, and you still have social media coming up. So, is it going to go away? Like a lot of young people don't like Facebook anymore, or is it going to blow up to be jump over to actual streaming TV? I mean,
Mm.
you've had a few TikTok people go to TV. I mean, Lil Nas X is one of them, and he had made a whole career out of it. So, is this a jumping platform? Is this a full-on streaming platform, or is this just a social media thing?
Interesting. Well, this could be a springboard for some people, right? To create. It could be a springboard for some people to start a cooking show, right? If the
Why
video goes
not?
if the video goes viral, or and you're buying and you're purchasing the foods, I mean, this could be a potential opportunity where you can now launch a cooking show. You can get on a Rachel Ray or Emerald or something like that. You just never know.
It might actually go the opposite way, where you have the big brands jumping onto TikTok to launch their new food, the McRib Junior or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's a great way. Well, they have the marketing dollars, so I wonder if TikTok will look at it as a money play to say whoever has the money for advertising, because quite naturally a McDonald's or a Burger King, they have the advertising dollars to do that. But let's just say like a hit the spot 1006, she's just doing this with her passion, right? And so with her passion is one of those things where she doesn't necessarily have the tens of thousands of dollars, but if people like the video of however she created it, it might actually go viral. Because I've seen some pictures on Facebook that have actually gone viral with crab legs. That's like one of my
Oh,
hidden treats. And when I saw it, I literally stood in line for 6 hours for crab legs. Right. So I
oh,
mean, it literally like I'm like I could have drove to Memphis and back. I mean, drove to Memphis. Like so I don't know. I just think that this is it's just something to think about if that makes any sense. Um, as Hit the Spot says right here, I think it's a way to get the brand out. And she also says the videos are so short it makes you want to go to their website. Okay, so I mean
yeah,
you
good
got
teasers material.
yeah, yeah. So I mean I think that if you can come up with some content, like quick, like crack the egg, and then drop it in the pan, and then you add your whatever, spices or meats to go with it, and next thing you know, you stir it, and it's out all in 30 seconds, and then you show a final product. I think people would want to see or would want to know more. So
Isn't
something to
that what
think about.
Popeyes did with their chicken sandwich?
Well,
Which
well,
is, it's
yeah,
good. I've had it. It's good.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, and you couldn't even get a chicken sandwich if I'm correct. You couldn't get one for like 2 or 3 months. So I get it. Switching gears here, we're gonna switch over to the next topic. And do you guys have your adult beverages? I know you have something over there that. I,
Oh yes, I've got this. I got one that will kill you if you take too much of it. It's good old H2O. It will kill you if you have too much of it, though. This is hazardous stuff right here.
okay,
But I
I'm not.
also have a little side. I have a little side. A little bit of Reese's dipped in chocolate pretzels. So
Okay, all right,
little munchies on the side.
gotcha. Okay, so have you cut the cord?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're streaming all the time now. We cut cable. We are done.
So what is your platform of choice?
Right now, it's the Disney bundle, the Hulu, the Disney Plus, and the ESPN.
Okay.
So we
Um,
got that as our main thing. Auxiliaries are, the Amazon, the Netflix. Oh, big time is the Paramount Plus. Big time
okay.
fans of that 1886 new Western thing coming out.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but over the weekend, Disney and YouTube were basically fighting, and it was not really a fair fight because you got to think, if you had YouTube TV this past Friday, they cut Disney, which owns ESPN, ABC, and FX. They literally removed their programming from YouTube TV. And now the question is, why are these companies fighting publicly, or why are they fighting out, or why are they fighting? And basically, Disney, you know, could pretty much bank on great content always wins and has great leverage, um, and they can pretty much say ask for their say this is what we want. And when you're like that streaming service that's providing the content, you have to either play by their rules. And I think that that's one of the issues that we have right now, where these companies are saying, all right, well, we don't really want to lock ourselves into a contract with you for a multi-year deal, but you as the consumer, like you said, you got the Disney Plus package, but say like you went with a YouTube TV or a Hulu or a Fubo or Fubu TV or something like that. I mean, they're trying to get this content to where we're having these channels be added to our stations, and unfortunately, these networks they have the power play. Um, Basically, the story reads, I'm trying to jump down just a little bit. Audience want the best content regardless of where they pay for it or watch it. It's up to the aggregators and the big platforms to make sure that they get the deal done, especially in streaming where consumers' choice is even better. Seeing two companies basically fight over contract negotiations like this has been, basically a norm. And like I said, Fubo TV lost several channels such as A&E networks, including History Channel, Lifetime, A&E. Hulu with live TV lost support from some Fox regional sports channels. And last year, Sling TV lost NBC regional sports in April. YouTube TV just got into it, like I said, this weekend with Disney, and Roku and NBC Universal have also been fighting. And basically, they're basically saying we're fighting it out, and they want to put it in the public because they want subscribers to know that service channels may be on the line. So basically, they're saying, hey, there's a possibility that we can't get this. We may end up losing Disney. Now, you as a customer who pays $65 a month or $45 a month, you're now frustrated, right? It's like, this is not fair that I'm paying for this content, and why is it that you guys are taking advantage of the service that, or willing to cut the service? Um, I don't know. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I got a mixed bag on that one. I mean, I did my first one on there was YouTube TV was my first introduction to streaming platforms, and then we went over to the Hulu Disney package. But we lost. I couldn't watch my Tech games, Georgia Tech
Mm,
game football games at all. They dropped all local sports Tech games, and of course that could be also the Tech's deal with the media. But yeah, couldn't watch any of my Tech games. But then I could watch other stuff that I couldn't watch normally on YouTube TV. So that was a little more like seeing regular stuff. But now you can only see new stuff on Hulu, but it doesn't record on other streaming platforms until the season's over. So it's kind of weird that way. But then, like PBS, you can't find PBS practically anywhere now for this old house. I mean, I got a lot of ideas, got a lot of learning on that just how to build stuff through that show, but you can't find it anymore. So it's like what is going on? Like, what determines the popularity of what channels that are now on these streaming services?
Would this? because we all are saying cable costs too much, right? And
Oh yeah, totally.
with that being said, we're relying on a Hulu, we're relying on a YouTube TV, a Fubo. We're relying on we're relying on these companies to be able to save us some money. And now you're using this over our head, or the companies are basically saying, well, we're going to cut the programming. Would this make you say, you know what, I don't want the service anymore and I'll go search elsewhere? Or would you just say, you know what, don't worry about it, I'm just gonna figure it out, and I'll just deal with knowing that I don't get Disney, I don't get ESPN, I don't get, ABC?
It depends on how much they cut. I think if they cut enough for local areas to the point where people are just like, I'm done. I'm done watching this kind of stuff. I mean, one of the big things for me was that Cowboy Bebop, that show that popped on Netflix. It was canceled after one season, and yet there's other shows that are already guaranteed for two seasons. And I'm like, what's the big deal? This show still shows up in your top 10 viewing. So how are you cutting this? And then over in other packages, there's like, I may not get one or two channels, but I got enough of them that I don't care. That I'll still keep watching the streaming network.
Gotcha. Now, I think the biggest thing that you have right now is sports. Monday Night Football is really big, and for that to be on ABC or ESPN, whatever channel it comes on, I think this is why YouTube TV worked so diligently over the weekend. Because Friday night at midnight, there was literally no ABC, ESPN, FX, or anything like that. But on Monday, they worked out a deal to where they had it back up and going. And I think
Well, I mean,
sports, has been, that genre of entertainment that drives engagements, drives subscribership, and also drives viewership. And they're also saying that in this article as well. The collective sports content community understands the value of what they're offering, and they can drive engagement and subscribership arguably like no other genre in any video. So they know that their content is of value. So basically, they're saying, well, we know we got the sports, and if you don't like it, oh well, you're going to pay what we want, or we're out. The question is, and even if you guys are, in the comments, please let me know. Would you, would sports be the reason why you keep it, or you leave, or is it as long as I have my reality shows and I can watch the news for the ones that have cut the cord? I think that's really what it boils down to. Like, is sports that much of a deal for you, to where it says I want to keep the show? I mean, I would keep the channels, or would you let it go? Or would you let it go because okay, I don't care for sports. I just want to be able to watch my programming.
Lisa says she's got 75% full on her DVR. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and here's my thing with that. You're watching this on your DVR, right? How long is too long? Do you do a purge at the end of the year?
Oh, going a major binge, huh? Used to do that actually. Yeah, there used to be loaded when we had cable. We had filling up that DVR, but now since we're streaming, you can access it anytime you want.
Okay. Well,
Except for ABC, because ABC, you can't find ABC other than like on Hulu or YouTube TV or something.
right. Um, Well, I mean, I think that this is something to think about. I mean, something for us to consider as we go into 2022. Because like I said, I really believe that more people will be cutting the cord. I think more people will be on Amazon Fire and Roku. I think more people will be on these. I think this is me personally thinking. I just think that it's I don't want to duke it out, or I don't want to see companies duke it out, because it's like, if you're going to cut my ESPN, you're going to cut my Lifetime, you're going to cut my whatever programming it may be, then now I'm stressed out to go um, find another platform that will have those channels, and then will it be 2 years later that that company is having a dispute with Disney, or having that dispute with NBC, or CBS? I think that's really what that boils down to.
No, they're just going to keep playing around. They're going to keep doing their supposed polls on think people are watching, and then well, they're going to get the backlash with the voting surveys and stuff, where people sign petitions and everything. I mean, look at the Expanse. That was on Sci-Fi, and then it got dropped, and it got picked up by Amazon, and now it's on its fifth or sixth final season. So you're going to have a lot of shows that are going to jump around between streaming networks.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's what it is. Well, check this out. Hey, everybody. My name is Tall Boy. I would love for you to check us out at the labtechshow.live. That's right. Just go on their internet browser, type in the labtechshow.live. It'll take you straight to YouTube, and you can check out all the previous shows. There's some great content on there. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. It's the Lab Tech Show. How you like that?
That's nice. That's real nice.
That Barry White voice.
Yeah, nice low voice. It's real nice.
Well, I wonder if I could get you to do that.
Well, sometimes you talk voice, but it's not all the time.
Well, look, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set it up to where you do it, and all you're doing is just saying, "Hey, check out the Lab Tech Show on the respective social platforms. Go to YouTube, search the Lab Tech Show." You
Sure
think you
thing.
can do? You think you can do that?
Let's give it a shot.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, and
Follow us on social media, The Lab Tech Show, thelabtechshow.live. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow us on social media, The Lab Tech Show.live.
look at you. Look at you. Sound professional and everything. Look at this over here. They look. They're loving it. Here we go. Oh, smooth. You know. Yeah, there we go. There you go. All right. Well, I'm going to be working behind the scenes as we do this, but I want to talk about. They said not bad at all. I want to be able to let Thad talk about his project that he has, and he's trying to introduce um, his biking solution to the world. And I think that for the ones who ride bikes, um, not everyone has a lock, if that makes any sense. And when you go places, you don't just leave your bike just sitting, like laid up against the wall or anything like that. So Thad has come up with a device that allows you to protect your bike to where not the bike locks, but it's an actual bike lock. Oh, well, go ahead. Did I say it wrong?
No, okay, so no, not the bike locks because I mean you can pick up any bike lock from the store, and unfortunately they've got great marketing to tell you they're all safe. But I can tell you right now, as a fact, you can cut through any bike lock on the market in under 30 seconds, and your
Really?
bicycle will be stolen. So, starting this off 10 years ago, my friend who had $1,000 road bike stolen from him in a week came to me and said, "You're an engineer, you're looking for a project. Take a bike lock, a bike rack, and a computer and figure it out how to make it all work." So, 10 years down the line, we're coming out now with a universal secure electric bicycle charging station, is what it has evolved into. Well, basically, what it is, it's a smart bike rack with the ability to charge electric bikes. And not only that, this smart bike rack will secure your bicycle or e-bike or any variation thereof to the actual station itself by locking the wheel and the frame with metal bars. And it's all accessible via an app. So you can leave your bike lock at
ParkEnt.
home, you can leave your keys, you lose all the time at home, and you can just go do what you want to do riding around. You'll be able to find these out in the public. Right now, we have one at Atlanta Tech Village, and you'll be able to find them on the app. Push your bike up into it nice and easy, access it with the cell phone app, and it'll secure the wheel and the frame of your bike, either forward put in or backwards. And then an electric bike, you can take the charger that came with your electric bike, and you have a dedicated outlet to be able to plug into to charge up your electric bike. The same way, you charge up your cell phone when you're out and about, try to find some place to plug into to charge a cell phone up when you're low on battery. Well, this way you have an actual dedicated place to charge up your electric bike. And this is great also if you have like a cargo bike you want to go shopping with at the store, the cargo bikes as well, or say you're a disabled person or just want to ride around an electric tricycle, we fit those as well. They just push right in, and once the station's activated, it secures it to the station, and you can start charging. Now, we've actually built in things into the station to prevent theft, so that the angle grinders that you would see people taking out your bike around way in under 30 seconds, we've put measures in to prevent that. And we're looking to put these out into your local area, your stores, your parks, your trails, along the Beltline, grocery stores, just shopping center areas, even on campuses or going to work, so that you would have a dedicated place instead of just a bent piece of metal to lock your bike to. Because, I mean, I've seen the people riding around on their big groups, and they always lock their bikes up in a place where they can see them. Well, now you can have the peace of mind. You can satisfy that security anxiety you might have of leaving your bike somewhere, because it'll be safely and secure in our station. And you can, as an e-bike rider, it satisfies the range anxiety that you can actually now have the power to get around and not have to worry about your electric bike completely losing power on that hill that's on the way home.
So,
And now your
so,
bike.
so let me ask you. So it charges if you have an e-bike, but then it also locks if it's a regular bike. Is that correct?
Correct. This fits every single bicycle on e-bike on the market in any variants thereof. I had way too much graduate study times to find out the one point every bike has in common, and that's significant because the entire bicycle market is completely custom. But there is one point that they all have in common, and I was able to discover it like you would be discovering a national treasure type of thing. I had just way too much graduate time to be, and it was dependent on me getting my degrees. So right now we're looking to put these out at the Atlanta metro area. We're going to be debuting it at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas in January at booth WP 406 in the e-mobility experience. And we'll be, as far as I know, we'll be the only e-bike charging station at that event. I could be wrong, but I think we might be the only one.
So let me ask you, because this is not something that a consumer would go out and buy. This is something that you're riding your bike and you pull up to like a CVS, or you're at a Kroger, or if you're like at a park. This is something that would be stationed there, or maybe even on a college campus, right? The average consumer is only using this bike charging station slash bike locking station for securing their bike, to where when they know that they walk away, they have a peace of mind knowing that it's coming back, that it's still going to be there, right? So I guess my question is,
Yes,
who is
yes.
the audience that you're trying to reach out to to have more of these around the United States?
Yeah, so we're looking at property owners, urban developers, and municipalities as being our customers here to sell these to, because these classify as EV charging stations, the same as for electric cars. So all of the tax rebates and incentives for car charging stations apply to these stations as we sell these out to the the urban developers, the property owners, and the municipalities or the campuses. They can go ahead and apply and get the money back for purchasing these charging stations and putting them on their property. Now, for the individual rider, we're looking at just charging $1 a day to use any station in the system. That's all you'd have to do.
So you're saying, because I was going to ask you, how much would it cost to I guess for the consumer, because how does the company who or the urban developer, how do they make the money? So you said it's $1 per day or $1 per use.
It's $1 per day to use any of the stations in the system for the person who's just riding around and looking for a place to charge. For the property, for the campus, that type of situation, you're looking at okay, you have the tax incentives that offset the cost of purchase and installation, but also you increased amount of people coming to that location. You're looking at a almost a 70% increase in revenue given by some studies out now. Urbanize just put one out that shows bike parking. If you trade out a car parking space for bike parking, you can get up to 70% bonus in revenue for the year for that location. So you have a higher turnover at that location and may not be buying as much per trip, but the frequency of customers increases dramatically.
Okay. Um, Now, like I said, we have more women watching the show tonight than we have guys. So for a woman that says that this is what they want to do as far as riding a bike, how does this make sense for them?
Well, actually, one of the major e-bike purchasers are women. For where they want to keep up with their husband who has the road bike, or they just want to ride around with that nice cruiser bike, which is nice and comfortable. Well, they're able to do that now with the e-bikes that are being sold, and they're being sold rather effectively for like $1,000 to $3,000. Well, now they're sitting there; they can ride their cruiser e-bike to the store or to the park, and actually have a place to put it because I mean they'd still $3,000 bike. So you want to lock it up and make sure it's safe. Well, in our station, it'll be safe for when they come back from whatever activity they're doing to be able to go ride home. As an electric bicycle, it will be charged so they can get home nice and easy. Um, yeah, but the fat tire bikes with all the cushion, some of the number one purchasers of those are women because it's a nice, easy ride with all the extra cushion between the fat tire and the spring-loaded seats and everything. It's kind of like just almost cruising around on an electric moped, but you still have the extra benefit that you exercise and get that fat burning if you wanted to get the heart pumping and all that kind of stuff and get the exercise in.
Okay. I think I got a question here. Let's see if I can get that up on the screen. Um, I think they said charging my Aventon is different than charging my Bird. Do you have adapters for the power connection? This is out of my wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is right in my wheelhouse actually. The power connection, the standard part of the power connection is where your charger plugs into a wall. So for our charging station, once your a basically a wall outlet powers on for you to plug in your charger, the same as it would be at home. And then there's an actual cubby slash Amazon locker scenario where you would put your charger into it, and that way it'll be safe from theft until you come back.
Okay. So
It's really the only
so basically
standard.
it's compatible.
Oh, it's compatible with every e-bike charger across the entire market because while there are 18 different plugs between the wall and the e-bike, the wall is still standard.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what would you need? Like we have this platform, the lab. I try to simplify the tech. You showed how the bike locking system works. You have people that are like, this is cool. But what would you need, I guess, for you to get this out to more people? Like,
I
I
need
get,
people to talk to their organizations. Go talk to like their apartment complexes, whatever, or their office building, their workplace, whatever organization where they want these stations to be. Go talk to those people, those property owners, and say, hey, go check out ParkEnt Cycles. Email them. It's at the bottom of the web page. They can just do quick emails, burst out that, or email at thad at parkentcycles.com and ask for a quote. Ask for what would take to put one of these stations on your property. They're far less expensive than a car charging station, and we just basically we roll out, we put them down, we bolt them down, they hook them up to power and turn them on, and that's all. There's no trenching, no redesign of the area or anything. So talk to your organization, that's your homeowners association. Whatever, if you have a place you like to ride to a coffee shop, trying to get that Starbucks contract. Um,
Starbucks, you know what? Starbucks would be a great place to put, one of these charging stations. I mean, if you could get a contract with Starbucks, I mean, especially if you're like in an urban area where, where bike riding is common. I think that getting that Starbucks location or getting that contract, I think they're they're gonna ride their e-bike or they're gonna ride their bike, and then they just want to know that they can walk in and know that it's gonna be secure. I think that that would be great. When I originally saw when I originally saw you and we met years ago, um, I was just thinking college campuses, maybe like, downtown, like maybe like a Knoxville or maybe like a downtown Denver or something like that. That's what I was thinking. But now that you are saying what you're saying now, I think that this is definitely, I'd never thought of a Starbucks, like, or a
yeah,
community, or, a suburban community where they literally, they say, well, you know what, because of COVID, because of these gas prices, a lot of people have went out and purchased bikes, and now they need a place to secure that bike. And like you said, it charges the e-bikes, but it also secures all the bikes.
yeah. Right now, there were three times as many e-bikes sold as than electric cars in 2020.
Okay.
So you're looking at 600,000 e-bikes sold in the United States. And to James Hicks' comment about he doesn't want to ride around with a brick, as soon as the plugs normalize, as soon as we don't have like 18 different plugs between the wall and the e-bike, we can just put a charger into the station and have a pull-out cord. I mean, this is what we want to get to that point, but it's just not there yet. It's still too wild west when it comes to the charging plugs and the voltages and the power you need to charge bikes. But yeah, even we got to the point where we're talking with the solar company to have a canopy over one car parking space so that we could have six of these stations into that one car parking space. That's 12 bikes and be completely solar powered. Wouldn't have to plug into any grid power at all.
Okay. Well, this is quite interesting, and I think, like I said, you're the founder of this, and I know you said
Yes.
that one of your friends said come up with this solution, but I mean, I guess how long have you really been doing this, or been at trying to perfect this concept here?
Oh boy. Okay. As a project, probably 14 years now, 13, 14 years. As a business, started really founded in 2013. Yeah. That was, I've done interviews like this was two guys in a van from over in Europe who were traveling across the area. And I was still new doing interviews and all that kind of stuff. And just trying to get out, trying to get the hustle done, and yeah, like 13, 14 years I've been conception all the way to the product actually hitting the market. And I started this off as a business in 2013 as a plan B, um, because I had way too much education and had a really hard time getting hired by anybody. And for anybody who's wanting, hire senior citizens for your build out crew. That picture is my co-founder and also my father. But there's so much stuff he knows from being in the tech systems world. I mean, he's been to so many conventions and everything like that, that he knows so much more stuff than I regularly says. They didn't teach you that in college. You have that many degrees and you don't know what that's about. So the experience in the high tech world is invaluable. As I said, any young founder, team up with somebody who's been in the game for a long time.
So if anybody wants to find you, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, it would be ParkEnt Cycles. Is that correct?
ParkEnt Cycles, yes.
ParkEnt Cycles. And if you want to reach out to Thad personally, it would be Thad at ParkEnt Cycles. Correct?
That would be correct.
All right, guys, look, whether you're watching a replay or you're watching this video, this is the founder. We got this man on the show. I mean, he's here. He's taken it to another level by going out to the Consumer Electronics Show, the largest tech show in the world. Um, if you live in a suburban area, if you live in an urban area, if you bike ride, I mean, think about it. You don't have to worry about purchasing a bike lock, and for $1 a day, you know that your bike is going to be safe. The problem that he has is he needs to find people that want to purchase these to where your bike can now be safe. And even though he's in the Atlanta market, this concept can definitely be seen all over the world. The way gas prices are rising right now, people are buying or purchasing bikes. I purchased a bike for my little brother for Christmas last year, and it was just so hard to find a bike. And it was like, okay, um, what is he going to do as far as the safety of the bike? Because people are stealing bikes. So, I guess my last question that I have for you, as far as the security, you said it takes 30 seconds to break into any bike lock. What about the security for this ParkEnt Cycle charging station?
Right. So we do metal bars through the wheel and the frame. We've incorporated anti-angle grinding technology into our station as well to disable angle grinders, and we have video surveillance that we're incorporating as well
You got
to
video
our
incorporated
servers
inside
on
of this?
video. We are tech agnostic. We are incorporating all types of stuff into this so that we can keep an eye on the station when people access it and keep your valuables, your e-bikes, your bikes safe.
Wow. So you got video. It's got a metal bar to where once it locks in, it's not coming out. And then how much does it cost, I guess, to make one of these?
Right now, we're still coming out of the gate, it's around 5,000 to make one of them, so we're selling them at 9,600 a piece.
Okay. Well, like I said, most of the people that are watching this show, they're probably going to be the ones that's riding the bike and wanting to pay that dollar a day.
Yes,
Okay, not the one that's going to
yes.
spend that kind of money to have a charging station in their neighborhood. But maybe you never know. Homeowners association, maybe somebody knows a regional manager or over at Starbucks that could probably help him out. Come on, guys.
I mean, yeah, all
Let,
those
let this
organizations
be a
can
great
take
Christmas gift for Thad, where he gets a phone call for Christmas, and let him get a great Christmas gift where you're like, "Hey, we would like to, order a couple of these, and it'll be great for our community." So help him out. Thad at ParkEnt Cycles, or just go to his website, parkentcycles.com. Correct?
That's correct.
There it is. Guys, we have reached almost the end of the show. And, before I get up out of here, I got this for you. Uh-oh, I messed up. See. Wow.
A little technical difficulties today.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. Why is it doing? I'm going to have to do it again. Well, we know we know what's going to happen. But, hey, guys, check me out on Roku. Check me out on Amazon Fire. This show will be on there, and I'm gonna let me see if I can fire it off again. Like I said, this has been definitely one of those shows. Like I said, we had some technical difficulties right before we started, and I do apologize for that inconvenience. But hey, y'all, Tall Boys on Roku and Fire TV, Amazon Fire, that is, TBE Media. Check it out. This show will be on there. There we go. Real quick. All right. All right. You got some more questions. Will all that security built into the platform, it'd be interesting to see if the insurance would cover any incident.
Yeah, that's we're talking with insurance companies right now to make sure that's covered and stuff like that. Still sussing things out on that kind of stuff, but it looks like State Farm already insure e-bikes as it is, so they kind of the head runner on that.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, anything for your Christmas wish list? Do you have anything that you want for Christmas outside of getting a couple of orders of these ParkEnt Cycle stations going all over the United States?
Yeah, Legos.
Really?
Oh, love space Legos. Love them.
Okay, space Legos. That's what's on your Christmas
Hey,
wish list.
still the kid in me. That's all. Still the kid.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, guys. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna put this on the screen. I would love for you guys to give me your thoughts on this. Starting in 2022, I'm gonna rebrand the logo of the show. And I would love to get your thoughts on what logo do you like, and I would love to get your opinion too, Thad. You let me know what you think. I've been playing around with logos, and I'm looking at this here. I'm looking at this one here, and I'm also looking at this one here. Which one do you think?
I'd go with the first one.
The red one.
Yeah, it's
For
easier to
the,
read.
okay. Or, but the color scheme, I guess that's really, I guess
Well, you
like,
could
yeah.
you could switch it up, but the first one you could switch up to being green or something. I think the first one definitely has the right look. It just may be a little tweaking needed.
So if I keep the first one, and then what about using this font right here for this first one, like the lab tech show here, but then also potentially instead of it being the lab tech show like in a basic font, it kind of has that other font here. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but what if I use this font here? And please, I would love your comments. Please let me know your thoughts. That's watching the show. Let me know your thoughts. So you like the red, but you
Uh,
what about this font here? That's what I'm asking.
not digging the second font there. The red font's good. It's I'm going to take a cue from my sister, the graphic designer. Just make the first letter of every slightly bigger than the rest of the word, and that makes it very easy to read of what's going on, and it doesn't go straight at your face. It actually makes it easier to read and get you the whole point across. So just have that first letter be a little bit bigger
Okay.
than the
So
rest of the word.
let's see. Somebody says I like the see. Someone says I like the green with the red font. Hmm.
Oh, that would work. Yeah.
So the green with the red font. So the first couple of weeks of January, because I know I'll be in Vegas, so I'm not sure if I'll get it taken care of by then. But the green font with the red lettering is what you're saying, or okay,
I think she might be saying the green background with the red font on it.
okay, I can dig that. With the red with the basic font here. Okay. Well, please, as you guys watch the show or watch the replay, please feel free to leave your comments and let me know what you think. Um, as always, I definitely appreciate everyone's thoughts. And like I said, I'm trying to make this show for you guys. And like I said, I'm going to do a whole rebrand stage for this show as we go into the second quarter, or excuse me, first quarter, going into 2022. Um, and like I said, I just really want to build this show out to where we break down tech in a language that you understand. And I think today, with TikTok being what it is, possibly going into 2022, allowing videos to go viral that have food that you can purchase, I think that's pretty cool. And for the ones who have cut the cord, um, you know, I don't know. I, I just want somebody just to do right. I don't want to have to keep fighting over Comcast, AT&T, or YouTube TV, Hulu, or Fubo. I just want you to just pick the one that you want. That's it. So, well, while you enjoy those Reese's,
Oh, wait.
while you enjoy those Reese's, everybody, thank you guys for watching the show. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. And like I said, make sure you follow my man Thad at ParkEnt Cycles. He will be out at CES. Hopefully I'll get a chance to bump into him while we are out there. And man, congratulations, man. Once again, he's the
Thank you.
founder. Like he is the founder. So it's not like he's the CEO or like he came up with this whole concept. He's really a geek at heart, and he is trying to
We
find a
even have
way.
stuff on the back here.
He's trying to make things simplified for all of us, especially the ones that are in the biking community. So I definitely want to say
Yes.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Somebody said, "Oh, here we go. We got questions right here." Someone said, "I like the red, but with a little sparkle on the white lights. Symbol and font. Please see full comments in the previous." Oh, okay. I'll check that out. And then Merry Christmas, everyone. Great show. And happy holidays to you guys both. Well, you guys, Merry Christmas. Hopefully, everybody gets what they want for Christmas. Um, just remember the real reason of the season. Don't forget that. And as we go into 2022, we'll have a show next week, I believe. And so we'll have a, I guess, end of the year recap or something like that. But I definitely want to thank Thad once again for coming on to the show. And I, at the end of the day, I just really want you to just know that you're appreciated. You're a Georgia-based company here, and when I had a chance to
Yes.
meet you here in, well, actually in New York, we connected instantly, and we've just been
Yeah.
able to keep that friendship going. But I just feel like every time I have a platform to give you that opportunity to showcase what it is that you have, and I think that the more people who get a chance to see what you're doing, you're just that one yes away from getting that multiple contract deal that you're looking for, and I'm happy for you, man.
Appreciate it, and I'm very happy for you. And I've seen the great growth that you've been doing this entire time since you walked up to us with a microphone and a little camera up in New York, and we were like, "Yeah, let's do this." So definitely thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And yeah, if anybody you guys going to be at CES, booth WP406 and the e-mobility experience, stop on by, say hi, and say how much goofy I looked on the podcast here. So.
There it is. It's the lab, y'all. We're out.